Hello, everyone. My name is Jen Ginty, and I am a personal wardrobe stylist. And the name of my company is Defining the Style. And I am on today for my monthly talk about style on this fabulous group. So I want to dig into this month, and I think it's an important um, aspect, especially for a month that, is all about buying and giving and all that kind of thing. So I wanted to talk about the correlation between buying for cost versus value and fashion versus style. So here's the deal. I'm going to give you just a couple like definitions, that sort of thing to start out. First of all, this talk is more on along the line of um, when you're someone who is making a conscious decision of what you want to buy, but it directly affects how you live as well. So when I'm talking about this, when I'm giving this talk, it's not so much about people who have extra cash to spend wherever they want, whenever they want. This is more along the lines of, okay, I have a limited budget and I'm really into buying this one particular thing or these things. Second, so when I talk about cost, I'm talking about two different sides of cost. I'm talking about cost in the like low cost sense, like this is, a cheaper product versus above and beyond cost, like super, super costly. And it directly affects, buying and directly affects lifestyle. Value is what I consider value is something that you're going to use often and you're going to have for a long time. Something that brings value to whatever aspect of your life that this is about. And now I'm going to get into the clothing side of things. First of all, everybody has their own obsessions, like I have friends who are obsessed with makeup, love cosmetics, will buy every palette that comes out by, Urban Decay or, any Marc Jacobs, any like major brand that they absolutely adore. I have friends who are, obsessed with bags, handbags, and pricey handbags, and they want those handbags as a part of a collection. Uh, Next, fashion. So, the definition of fashion is what designers create and they want you to wear it. They want you to really love it and want it for yourself. Fashion is what you see in boutiques and stores that are, put together in outfits. And they say, we love this outfit. We want you to love it and we want you to wear it. And then there's style. So, style is what you take of fashion and you make your own. So, now here's where I'm going with the cost versus value in correlation with fashion versus style. So, cost in the sense of you're trying to figure out you have some extra cash around or you have to get something that you really really want that isn't part of your wardrobe. um, the cost is important to you in the sense that you need, you want to get it, or you want to get a lot of different things at once. So you buy something that may not be priced higher, but you're thinking, hey, I'm not going to actually be wearing this a lot. This is like something that's not my, not something that I throw on all the time and I want to last. It's something I'm going to wear like a couple of times, put it away, and then maybe I'll put it back on again someday. Value, on the other hand, is that you're really into a certain type of, look. You're willing to put the extra money into it in order for you to have it and for it to last in your life, in your collection, in your wardrobe. So cost in that sense is deciding whether or not this is something that, is worth it to you, that you want to spend the money on in order to have it instead of have it forever. Uh, Sometimes cost is a great idea to start, but I think a lot of people, because they may have other obsessions like makeup and bags and that kind of thing, um, they want to hold off on buying clothing pieces that that they may not want to put the money into it because they'd rather buy that next palette that's coming out, or a bag that they know is coming out from a designer. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. So, my philosophy as a stylist is I want to go out there with you and get you the most valuable pieces for your wardrobe. That said, I want to find us pieces that are going to last you. And many times, the cost of pieces that I know are going to last you may be a little bit more. And totally understandable if you decide, hey, no, I really don't want to spend that money on that right now. So, what it comes down to is figuring out what is important to you when it comes to your overall style, your overall sense of who you are and what you're showing out into the world. If you go for cost when it comes to your wardrobe, you're not going to have that piece for as long as you want. I have pieces that I've had over a decade, probably coming up on 12 years, that I got when I was in a career that I needed to dress in business fashion, business sense. And I still have those pieces, and I have them because they're classic pieces, but also because they lasted. They were something I could wear like weekly and know that if I take care of it the way that I need to take care of it, it's going to stay for me. I'm going to be able to keep these pieces. And I'm talking about, like, it doesn't even have to be a designer necessarily, but it has to be a piece that you're willing to put the money into in order to have it for a long time. And I'll make another example. I love buying fry boots. Fry boots are, like, they're an obsession for me. I have many, many, many pair of fry boots. Fry boots are made extremely well. They're made of great leather. The moment you open the box, it smells like heaven. The scent of the leather comes out at you, and it's just, oh, mind altering. So that is something that I am willing to put a lot of money into because I know that I will have them for quite a long time. They're really, really well made. They're really, sturdy, and every little ding that goes into them, every little crease that goes into them is beautiful and puts a story to it. But I know that there are a lot of people who think, well, I'm just not into, like, spending that much money on it. I'd rather buy something that looks really similar for probably like a quarter of the price. And that's fine if this is a piece that is not going to be a part of your collection, which is not going to be a part of your overall style as you develop it over the years. So this is where fashion versus style comes in, with cost versus value. And I think you probably can get the correlation at this point. So I see fashion as making a decision cost wise. And that goes again either way. It could go for how little you want to pay for it, how much you want to pay for it, that, that knockoff boot as opposed to that, like designer handbag, that kind of thing. That's a choice in fashion as far as I'm concerned, because you're not choosing something that you want as an everyday part of your wardrobe that's going to last you and keep as a part of your style. You're going to eventually have to, well, not with the handbag so much, but with the cheaper boots, they're going to fall apart eventually. And you may or may not find ones that look like it or feel like it or are the same. So I see like a low cost buying as buying fashion wise because you're buying these pieces that aren't going to last long. Yes, they are fashionable for this time. You bought them at this time and you don't believe you're going to wear them that long, or that often at all. And you don't even know if you'll want it to be a part of your wardrobe in 2 years. So that is where I see cost equaling out to fashion in this correlation. Value definitely is a correlation to your style. Because when you are thinking about your overall style and what's in your wardrobe and that you can use on a regular basis and you can rely on and feel comfortable in, you need to value the pieces that you pick up in order to buy that, and bring it into your wardrobe. So value is a really, really important part of style for me. Not only for you as as in your style, in your wardrobe, but also for overall for the world, because we're getting really, really close to filling up this world with trash. And a lot of the fast fashion in our world is extremely difficult, hard on our planet. And I know a lot of designers and a lot of brands are looking to become more environmentally friendly. But a lot of the cheap fashion that's out there cannot be renewable or reusable, especially if it's the kind that just kind of falls apart on you. And I've had those pieces where I've gone out and I've bought this like cool, I don't know, pants or something like that. And then after the season is over, they just don't look right. They don't feel right. They've stretched out. They're not valued. They don't have that kind of good value to them that's going to bring them into the next year. And honestly, I get a little like bummed out when that happens because I do create a wardrobe that I want to have going forward and always rely on. So I hope that correlation kind of makes sense to you. I don't know. It makes sense to me, but I mean, I would love for any questions or comments about this because it's something I've just been thinking about a lot. I've been trying to figure out more along the lines of how do I become a better buyer in the sense of, our environment, our world around us. So take a think on it. Think about it for a little bit. Maybe just think, what was the last few things you purchased for yourself, that you want to have in your wardrobe for a good amount of time, and then think about what that's worth to you. Is it worth more than the like $25 that maybe something like it could cost, or would you want something that would last longer and pay a bit more for it in that sense? Because I guarantee you, the fast fashion articles that you get are not going to be a part of your wardrobe in a few years going down the line. So think more along the lines of when you're buying that when you're buying for cost, that you're buying fashion. And when you're buying for value, you're buying for your own style. And that's it. Again, I would love for you to leave any questions or comments about it because it's something I want to delve into more. And if you have any like questions or comments about it, I would love to have them to think about and to think on and to create more of an understanding in my own mind, but just something to think on. And I hope everyone is staying safe. I hope everyone is staying, healthy and taking care of yourselves and getting ready for a different kind of holiday, which is okay. And have a wonderful rest of your year. Good luck in 2021. I will see you then. Bye.